YouTubers, and welcome to a new video of Arepas for Dinner. For the ones who don't know me, my name is Andrea and I do videos about my life here in the Czech Republic. So, as for the title, you know this is gonna be a house tour because we moved. We are no longer in Prague. I'm gonna say exactly where we are at some point in this video, so stay tuned and watch it all so you know exactly where we moved. And we moved here because we were looking for a bigger place. For the ones who don't know, I'm from Venezuela and I grew up in a house, so I was looking forward to that, and Jan also jumped on board, and now I'm just gonna give you my house tour, and by the end of this video I'm gonna answer all your questions. There were so many. So we are gonna start this video from here. Somebody's cutting the grass, so don't pay attention. And this is the house from outside, and we parked the car here. It has one parking spot and the other parking can be in the front door. So here we have part of the garden. We were so impressed by the garden that this house has. It's literally so beautiful, and we intend to keep it as such, as well as these beautiful lightings that it has along the way of the entrance. So let's get in. Of course, fall decoration here in the door because I am me. Okay, so as every Czech house, you have a hallway. This is the little hallway where you take your shoes off. Actually, my shoes are there, but we do not take the shoes off here just because I am okay with shoes in the first floor at least. Here we have the guest bathroom. This house has actually two bathrooms. That for us was so important. It has a little shower corner here and a mirror that is pretty small. And there we have the toilet, and of course, because I am me and otherwise it wouldn't be me, we got a washer and a dryer combo from Samsung. It didn't come with the house, we just bought them just because I I don't even know how people do it without the dryer. I know they put the clothes or whatever, but for me it's just not an option, so we have a washer and dryer. Then here, the first thing is the studio. So the studio was supposed to be a garage, but the owner of the house modified into a studio. Into an office. So here it is. That's my desk. As you can tell, I don't have the chair yet, but that's fine. I've been working there. I have a nice view from here. I can see actually people walking around or walking the dogs. It's quite fun. And I'm not sure if the desk is gonna stay there, to be honest, because this is a door here, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'm gonna move it, I'm not sure. That's the guest bed that we're gonna set up there like a couch. And this room is the biggest room of the house, no doubt. And I wanna show you guys what I have inside of this closet, because this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to move from Nové Budovice. And is all my camera gear and equipment. It's pretty funny that I'm shooting with my phone when I'm shooting all my camera gear and a teddy bear there. But yeah, I have lots of camera gear and I really needed all this organization to keep it all up. And then of course here we have, and I'm gonna explain why we have this here. We have here a deep freezer. Why do we have a deep freezer in my studio? I don't know. Whose idea was that? No, I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna show you why we have a deep freezer here. Very soon you're gonna understand it. So you enter here to the kitchen. I'm gonna turn on all the lights because this house has amazing lighting, to be honest. And actually here, this is my favorite room of the house. And that's the kitchen. Why? Because it's big, it's very big, and I love cooking. If you haven't checked my old videos, go check them out. They were all what's for dinner and dinner recipes, and I just love cooking so much. It has so much storage space, it's just crazy. We got a microwave oven because the one we had in the other house wasn't ours. Now we have our own. And we also got our own fridge, which I really appreciate because you know how much I complain about fridges in Czech Republic. So I'm happy we got our own, and I'm gonna show you guys around how full it is. But more important is that this fridge has no freezer. That's why we have the deep freezer. I decided to actually not have a freezer in the kitchen and just have a fridge and just have a deep freezer down there, so I could actually have a full-size American fridge. And you might ask how the hell she has this so full, but I promise you we don't trash food in this house. Maybe that's why we're fat. So little detail here, I just love these little things. I love these things that you can put in the wall. I was looking for more than like that one. You can also close this door here. No sure why would I do that, but probably in winter when it's very cold. So here is the living space. We have here the living room, and here our beautiful dining room, sponsored by my mother. Thank you, mother, for gifting us with such a beautiful dining table. So this table is my dream because literally you can fit not 6 people but actually 10 people. It has a possibility to put it longer, and once you put it longer it's almost all the way to the sofa, but not fully. So we literally can entertain here up to 10 people sitting here, 3 people sitting here, plus 6 people sitting in the outside table. I'm just gonna show you. So I am so freaking happy about that. By the way, just little show here. This painting, we got it from US. Like, we have it ever since there. Jan got it for me because he said that the Hawaiian girl kind of looks like me, so yay. And here we are planning on putting a mirror to kind of accent the room, because there's not such a thing as a too big house. So why not make this living space even bigger? Now let's move here to the favorite spot of our friends, that is the bar and coffee bar area. So first of all, this little cuteness here is just because I have there a transformer of electricity for the fridge. The wine fridge is actually from US. Some people were asking me which things did I brought from US. Well, let me tell you that the coffee machine and the crock pot didn't work, but everything that heats up kind of didn't work, but everything that is just cooling down or uses just energy, like a blender, something that works fine with the transformers. So we have the wine fridge, the popcorn machine, of course an espresso, because how could we do life without it? And coffee made there just because if I put any milk in my coffee, which I don't, it would be creamer. Now, right here we have the bar. We just got this funny thing that says open that we're supposed to put here in the side of the bar. Jan has to do that. And we just have here some pumpkin decorations, doesn't really matter. But the bar is such an important thing, and you're gonna see it from outside. It's pretty funny. So here is our TV room. I honestly love this space. I would have liked it even more if it would be a little bit bigger and I could actually put like a side sofa or something, but it doesn't matter. It's actually super beautiful, and I want to put something on top that says family and friends gather here or something such as. We will see. And as well, I want to show you the view from the living room, because it's just like, why is so ideal? This is the view when you're sitting in the couch. I mean, everyone has different goals in life, but this was my goal. This was what I wanted to achieve when being 30 years old. This was the goal, and we made it happen, and that's why I'm so happy about all these. And I'm so happy for all the friends that are sharing the happiness with us. You mean the world. And now that we're out here, I'm gonna show you Jan's favorite spot, of course, is the barbecue area with his super, oh gosh, you see? Why they do these things to me, these men? This has space here, so it's invisible. And that way I don't have to see that horrible cage of beer. So here he has his chair for barbecuing, just because he can sit there. You have here a tall table to put your drinks, and that's actually a gas chimney. It came with the house. We're not sure if we're gonna use it or not. Winter hasn't come, so we haven't put it yet in the attic just to see if we're gonna use it. Now I wanna show you the bar from the other side. I mean, how cute is that? You can read bar from this side. It's just so ideal. And here is the outside table or the garden table. I'm so happy about this. Thank you for my friends. Shout out to all my friends who put together a beautiful cactus for us to have. And that, if you're from a warm country, you for sure have no idea what that is, and bless your heart. No, I'm kidding, but that's actually a heater. So you just put gas there and those lamps turn red and it becomes very, very warm. And now, of course, one of the most sensational parts of this house, the garden, no, the pool. And this is a big ass pool. I mean, I'm talking about, I think it's 8 meters length and like 2.5 wide or 3 wide. So it's pretty big. I can actually swim in this pool. I've done it. I've tried it and I've done it. So we're very happy about that. And here is the house from the other side. As you can see, is from those little complexes where the houses are together. I think it's just 3 or 4 townhouses, and we actually don't have neighbors because they use it as a cottage, which is amazing. Thank you. I love that. And you see all the greenery is beautiful. And as well over there, if you can see, we have a shower that is just heating up with the sun. So when you come out of the pool, you can actually shower there. And I put that little thing with water because cats were coming. And, you know, the other day we found, I don't know how you call it, the animal that has the needles. He was like swimming in the pool, trying to get out of the pool, desperate, the poor thing, because he tried to drink from the pool and he failed. So we decided to put just a little container with water for all the animals visiting our house. This is a tanning chair. It was from here, same as that thing over there. It's just for when it's raining or too sunny or too snowy or whatever. Very useful. It was here as well. And here is just the pool house. You're gonna see why the pool house. You're gonna see it literally has all the pool animals and everything here. It's pretty cool to work in here. It's like a tiny workshop, and that was from Jan's 30th birthday that all the friends gift him, and that's gonna be here. Now I want to keep showing you the garden because I know many of you might find the garden interesting. I mean, I don't deserve this garden. I've never done anything. I've been always so bad with plants, and now I have like a beautiful garden with, I think this is even lavender. It's like, oh yes, please God, yes. There we have a little pine. I'm so happy about that. And this is also very, very cool that the flowers, no, but really is that you can access the garden from the side. So you literally, if you have like a pool party or whatever, or you have kids and the kids are having a pool party with other kids, they can directly come here without having to pass through the house, which is super, super cool. Now let's go back inside. So definitely the garden is a big thing. We have these French doors, they call them, because you can do these and you kind of like half open it so the air can flow without having the window open, which is very, very cool. So this is the first floor of the house. And as well, very important, we also have a pantry. And if you don't know what a pantry is, I have no idea how you call that in Czech. But this is a pantry, and this is our pantry, and it's so important for me because I keep so much food in the pantry. Like, all the cleaning products are there, and it's just a blessing. I have no idea how people do it without pantries because, I mean, where do you put all the food? I guess in the cabinets, but we have so many. I don't know. In my country, we always have pantries. So that was a big important thing. We used to have a pantry as well in our Nové Butovice house, but that's it. Now I'm gonna show you upstairs. So, as I said before, this house is actually very, very well lit. The lighting in this house is just ideal. And we're here in the second floor. That was already in the house, but it's pretty, so we don't want to get rid of it. So this is our bedroom. It overlooks the pool. I'm gonna show you guys, and it actually has like 2 lights, which is very, very cool as well. The closet and these ones. It's not huge, but if you're coming from US, you will come to realize that Czech bedrooms are pretty small. So this is actually a very, very big bedroom compared to your average Czech bedroom. And as well, here we have a closet that now we are using only to put coats in there because it makes no sense for us. I'm gonna show you why it makes no sense for us to have there anything else besides coats. And here is our little balcony. As well, a French door. We were painting, as you can tell. And here is how you overlook to the garden and the pool. Pretty cool one. Now here we have the bathroom. So it only has 2 bathrooms because as well, if you're coming from US, you might think, you know, a house like this would have 3 or 4 bathrooms in US, but in Europe, it's very normal to have only 1 bathroom. So actually it's a miracle that we have 2, and we're very happy about that because we have the 2 sinks, which is very, very cool. And as well, we have this Czech style bathtub. I say Czech style because these bathtubs don't come with that we put, and it doesn't come with a curtain. So Jan had to invent a system because I don't know how to shower without a curtain, and I'm gonna show you the system. From here it looks pretty okay. It's just like a curtain and this thingy, and then when you let it go, it just closes the entire area, and I can shower without watering literally all the bathroom and the windows included. And then you close it and put it back in the same ring, which is great. So the bathroom also has a balcony. We are not sure why it has a balcony, but it is connected with the bedroom balcony. Makes absolutely no sense to me, but at the same time that it doesn't make any sense, I've brushed my teeth outside of this balcony every morning ever since moving. And by the way, I love this pine tree. Like, I'm obsessed. Okay, let's go back inside. Now, what we're about to show you, or what I'm about to show you, is probably the most American part of this house, but it didn't come with the house. We made it happen. And it was actually something that Jan wanted, I wanted, and we were like, it's doable. It's just like, we're never gonna have it inside the bedroom because it is a walk-in closet. And you do not have walk-in closets almost anywhere here in the Czech Republic. So we decided to turn one of the bedrooms into one. And this is our walk-in closet. It's pretty big because it's a full bedroom. We are gonna put a little bench here to sit and put on the shoes. As you can tell, we do keep the shoes upstairs because I am American and we can dress here. And here we have this little mirror that we had in Nové Budovice for changing, that probably we could add more mirrors probably in this closet over here. A friend of ours, Ricardo, told us where to buy those plastic ones that you can attach to this closet, and maybe we're gonna do that. But for now, this is just heaven. I'm in heaven of shoes, in heaven of clothing, and Jan is also in heaven here. Also, this is kind of a curiosity. The doors here are all transparent, and that's also like a very Czech thing because, well, it's because of like saving light, so the electricity, the light from the bedroom can come through the door to the hallway. I don't know, I don't like it, but it's fine. We will find a way to hide those. And this is what's gonna be my parents' bedroom. This is the guest bedroom, potentially baby bedroom, hopefully one day soon. It has a cute view from the window. And right now we are just using it as the ironing space. That's why the iron is here, because the cleaning lady was here. We do have a person to help us at home. It hasn't been easy to find, especially because I don't speak Czech. And because Czech people don't use cleaning people as often. So even if you offer a lot of money, it's like there's not many. And many of them are foreigners. So for them, it's kind of difficult to come to here. But we found one, and so far so good. We'll see. But so far it's fine. Now here we call this despensa in Spanish. It's like the upstairs pantry. You just put here like towels and like products for, you know, when you buy like, oh, there's some discount in shampoo, you just buy more shampoos and you put them here. And there's like some cleaning products in the middle. But yeah, this room is very important. It looks very silly, but it's so, so important. And all of you, and when I say all of you, I mean like literally 2 people. You told me you want to see the attic, and I am here to please you. So of course I'm gonna show you the most scary room of this house. cannot believe I'm doing this, guys. I'm literally shaking. Look what you make me do! And that's how Andrea died. Okay. I cannot believe I'm doing this for you guys. I'm so scared. Like, you have no idea how much this scares me. I hate you guys. No, I love you, but yeah. So here's where we keep everything. All the suitcases, Christmas stuff, construction stuff. It's pretty big. Like, I can honestly fit up here, standing up, but I'm not gonna do that because I am scared out of my mind right in the second. I'm shaking. I think my voice is shaking. I'm going down. I hate that I did this. It's such an irrational fear, but it's such a big fear. You have no idea how terrified I am right in this second. I think I need to do something to like decorate it or make something so it doesn't scare me as much. I'm shaking. Stupid, right? So I don't know if I mentioned it already, but the community that we are in is Hostivice. That's where we are. We are in Hostivice, and the truth is that I didn't say where we were because in Czech language, there's only one word to describe towns, that is village. That's the word. There's no other words. I don't know the exact word, but I know the translation is village. So you have cities and villages. There's nothing in between. So for us, Spanish speakers and English speakers, a village is somewhere where less than 1,000 people live, I believe. So when they told me, oh, Hostivice, that's a village, I imagine, well, it must be a super small community. So, you know, maybe I don't want to say exactly where I live because, you know, safety, whatever. I mean, it has 8,000 inhabitants, only Hostivice. And it's so connected to Prague that you wouldn't tell the difference. And it's like in the middle of Chyně, that is another town that has another 2,000. So this area has like 10,000 people living here. Well, this is just little me saying annoying things, but I've always told that it's very important to call the things by their names, because when you don't use the correct name, it's something about symbols and symbology. We used to study that. I study audiovisual communications, and we study a lot about calling the things the right names, because when you don't, it's kind of a way of manipulation and you make people believe or feel certain things. What else? The thing is that, yeah, calling all the towns villages is a kind of like underestimating anyone that doesn't live in a city. So that's why I'm like, I mean, if you don't have any other word in Czech, go for it. But in English, we do have another words that is suburbs, and we also have towns. So yeah, a village that has more than 2,000 people living there and that actually has a mayor is not a village, it's a town. So you live in a town, big town, small town, but a town. Village is actually only, I think they say something like 300 houses, up to 300 houses, no government, no life around or whatever. But one day I want to show you around Hostivice because it's pretty cool. I call it suburb more than town, but it's like I live in the suburb area, but you also have a town area that is more old school Czech town. That's very pretty as well. And now I'm gonna answer some of your questions that you had about living here, and that's it. So you guys asked me what was the biggest change that I can feel from moving from a flat to a big house. And one of the biggest things that we both feel, I guess, is that now we can actually entertain. Now we can actually invite friends over. We're grilling more. I'm cooking more because I have more space. And also we no longer have that need of actually going away every weekend and doing different things every weekend because we have a house to attend. And also something that I was not expecting is, for the ones who don't know that and you don't know me in person, I'm actually like a binge watcher of TV. Like I'm a Netflix addict. But since living in a house, we are so entertained by gardening, the pool, and so many things that we actually don't watch as much TV as before. I mean, I still put time aside for YouTube because I'm a YouTube fan, of course. But yeah, I find myself more occupied in different activities. So that for sure is one of the biggest things that I've seen a difference in between the house and the previous apartment. We got asked as well, how much money do we pay for energy? If you don't live in the Czech Republic, you are gonna come to realize that you don't pay water, gas, and energy monthly. You kind of pay it yearly. So you just, it's kind of like the taxes, you know, you just put money on a side for it. You kind of pay more or less what you think. And by the end of the year, they tell you if you owe them, or if you don't, or if they owe you back. So what we're putting aside right now for electricity, water, blah, blah, is 5,000 Czech crowns. I believe it might go a little bit higher, but actually before we were paying 5,000, a little bit higher, I think, like 5,500, but we were not living in a house that could be set as main residence because it was an atelier because of some issues with the construction of that apartment. So we think that might be there but like a difference in what we pay. Anyway, we are budgeting for 6 or 7,000, but we're paying 5 at the moment. One person asked me if this house is rented or did we buy it. We rented, guys. That's very important to note. I don't think right now, I made an entire video about why is the worst idea ever to buy property in the Czech Republic right now. And of course, I live by my word, and I would never buy the property, even having the money to buy it. I wouldn't do that to my bank account. Like, why? And if you want to know why, just watch that video. Don't say, oh, but when you buy, watch that video. And yeah, I believe that if you have enough money to pay the rent of where you want to live now, go do that. You might be living in a 1x1 studio just to like save money to buy possibly a 1.1 by 1.1 apartment tomorrow, when you could be living bigger and better. You do you, and this is what works best for us. And from where I come from, it's not that weird to rent houses. You don't just rent apartments, you rent whatever you want to live. And the plan, of course, is to stay here long term. So we already spoke with the landlord, and they actually are looking for somebody who wants to rent like 10 or 15 years, and that's us. So that's what we're doing. How far it is from the city center? So since I already told you where it is, Hostivice is actually it's in a good distance from the city center. We saw other houses in Unhost and other areas that were a little bit more apart, and we didn't love that. But as you guys know, or many of you know, we each have a car. We move in cars. I'm not drinking, so for me it's not a problem to drive to Prague even during the weekends because I'm not drinking at all. And we can, we're not drinking and driving, we're just driving. And right now from the city center, I think depending on where you go, if you want to go to Angel, it's about 25 minutes. If you want to go to Prague 7, it's about 25 minutes. If you want to go to Mustek, it's about like 35 minutes. So it depends on when you want to go, but it's pretty cool. It doesn't feel far at all. I actually been going to Prague center pretty much every day last week, and we've been doing so many things there. So I don't feel any difference. And anyway, even when we were living in Nowe Budovice, it took 25 minutes by car. And because I am me, I was always driving to the center. I was not using public transportation, so I was never taking advantage of the public transport. Anyway, Sir Mac asked us that, by the way, shout out to you because you always comment in all my videos, and I really, really appreciate that. He asked where the heaters were located, if it was kind of like, Czech style, kind of like only in the walls, or if it had the modern underground heating of the walls and floor and everything. Well, it only has the old school heaters in the walls. And as I respond him there, of course, I asked my engineer husband how it works, how can a radiator in the wall can actually like heat up this house. And my husband explained me that there's a movement of air, even if you don't see it, that the cold air from the floor comes in the radiator, it gets heat in the radiator, and then it gets like out of the radiator to the top, and the moment to the ceiling. And the moment it starts cooling down, it starts coming down again. So no, it doesn't mean that the house is going to be super warm upstairs and super cold downstairs. Actually, if it has good enough isolation or insulation in the flooring, it shouldn't do that. So it's just like the cold air comes in the floor and then goes up and then goes down. The only thing is that, probably in winter, the floor is not going to be warm, even though it's wood, because it doesn't have the heater in the floor. We were asked what's the size of the studio. You just saw it in the video, and if I'm planning to work there just for editing or actually as well for shooting. Well, the thing is that I have a pretty cool set of lights that I haven't been able to use it in my old apartment. It made no sense. But nowadays, I literally discovered this corner, and even though I left this thing here, I actually find it pretty cool with the plants and the little house in the background. So maybe I'm just gonna keep shooting outside. I just find it so nice. And I even find it cool that in winter I'm able to just like, you know, grab a hat and gloves and everything and come shoot here. I don't know why I find that super cool. So probably I'm just gonna keep shooting here, but we will see. The studio is pretty much the biggest room of the house, and therefore it has a double functionality. So it's a studio, but we also left there the guest bed, because if we are gonna have guests only for a weekend or only for one night because they come have barbecue here, they're drinking, they wanna stay, that's cool. And we don't want to prepare the upstairs room. That's actually a better idea than just like putting them in what is going to be kind of my parents' room. We also were asked how we managed to have everything under control so fast. So if you don't know, we just moved here 4 weeks ago exactly when this video is coming out. I think it's like 4 weeks and 3 days. And yeah, we already have the house 90% ready, and we already did the inauguration party. It wasn't an inauguration party, but we already had friends over pretty much like every weekend, every day of the weekend. It has been crazy. I mean, you know, we're very happy about that. Well, how we manage, honestly, I'm the type of person that when she comes back from a trip, she undoes the suitcase, starts the laundry, and does everything within the first 2 hours. I'm the person who literally hasn't finished like eating and is already like washing the pots and pans. I'm not gonna say that I'm like a freak of the organization, but a little bit I am, because I love when things look pretty, and that's what we've been doing. But as I told you at the beginning of this video when I was showing you around, the house is not ready, and the houses take lots of time to get ready, meaning actually buying all the carpets that we need, the art for the walls and everything can take years. So yeah, I mean, it's ready for now, but it can always improve. If you're running away from your American life and you never want to live in American life again, this is not for you. But if you actually want to compromise, maybe live here for longer, maybe just raise your kids as you grew up, this is like a nice in-between. It's just that if you've never lived in a big house, you've never lived in a suburb, it might come out a little bit harder or more difficult, because the way life works is a little bit different now. Now when you get home, you get home. Probably you're not gonna get home to change, take a shower, and then say, where are we gonna have dinner? You can, because literally the city center is only 30 minutes away, and there's restaurants literally within 5 minutes from here. But the life changes a little bit when you move to a house. Something that we wanted and that we are very happy about, but I know it's not for everyone. I think it's a point of maturity in our lives to actually live in a house. To be honest, it's kind of like, we have a family and we live in a house. I'm very much for the American dream in that aspect, to be honest. That said, if you have any more questions, let me know down in the comments. Follow me on social media. You can ask me there in Instagram. In fact, if you would have followed me before in Instagram, you would have seen this house tour before, because I made a live house tour, but I just wanted to show you this a little bit. And for sure, soon enough, I'm gonna be making a video about Hostivice and its surroundings and the restaurants around, because we already found one that we really like. That's cool. And that was it, guys. My tongue is dry. I have to go drink water. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to give this video a big thumbs up. And that was it. Have a great day. Bye.